Well, good morning, everybody. How are you?
Good morning.
It's one of my favorite meetings. I love to come to this meeting, and somehow I had this calendar mixed up, so you know how that goes, right? So my apologies for all of you for being late, but we have a really great story to tell in Dublin, and we'll talk a little bit about it today, and I'd be happy to answer questions because I think that's probably where we can really get out what matters to you. So we are a school district that is growing in many, many ways. We just opened the 13-14 school year with over 8,000 students, which is a dramatic growth for our school district. We are, frankly, bursting at the seams. We've had a terrific opening of the school year. Each and every school opened what we call first day ready. And first day ready for us means that we're ready for instruction, quality instruction on day one. Sounds easy, but there's a lot to getting a school ready to go, and there's a lot to getting a school district ready to go, especially when you're growing at the rate that we're growing. But we did, I think, an outstanding job of that. So first day ready, focused on instruction. And the reason that we're doing well is because our purpose and our culture is about student learning. That's who we are. Across the school district, elementary, middle, and high school, student learning is what we do. And what we mean by that is that we want to see every single student successful, college and career ready. That is our mantra, every student. Now with that, we have had the last, I think, 10 or 11 years of API growth. Consecutive years now. We are now a 904 school district, which is a very solid score. You're going to see. Thank you. And that really is about a collaborative team effort. Teachers, support staff, leaders, parents, and a community that really focuses on helping make that happen for all kids. So we're very, very proud of the fact that we've been growing in all ways, not just in numbers of kids, but in this whole concept of student learning is the focus of this school district. We have the highest graduation requirements in the Tri-Valley area. They parallel A through G, which is your requirements for college readiness, and that's all students are required. That's a big deal. And we believe that when you raise the bar for kids, kids meet that bar. When you raise the bar for kids, they get over that bar. And we are seeing that happen on a regular basis in our schools, and we're very proud of that fact. So I would share with you, and I make no excuses or bones about this, that like probably every school district in the state and nationally, there is an issue of an achievement gap. We still have some students who are not being successful, who struggle. We still have what are called subgroups of students who are not as successful as others. Right now, we have about 80% of our students, district-wide, that are proficient or advanced in English language arts and mathematics. About 80%. That's very, very high. That's solid. That's why your scores are up as high as they are in the API. But there's still 20% that aren't. And our focus this year is on really helping those kids, putting in intervention systems, extra time and support for kids who are not as successful. We are focused on that this year. And then you are all going to be hearing a lot about, you might have already heard a lot about Common Core standards, the change in standards that's coming, smarter balanced assessments. It's a whole shift from the memorization of pure facts over to the thinking side, the right brain side, critical thinking, collaboration, creativity, and communication. So those particular pieces you're going to see across all of the schools in California, and you're going to see a big focus on that in Dublin as well. We're very proud of what we've been doing, and I would like to open it up for questions that you might have that I could answer for you. Yes, sir.
We have one high school for the whole town.
Hang on.
Do we have capacity for what's going on?
We have one high school for the whole town of Dublin.
is there a spot for another high school? Is there a future plan to manage that? Because I don't think the growth is going to slow.
Okay, we anticipate that at some point, the future growth in the community will provide probably close to 3,000 high school students in the community. Right now, Dublin High School has 1,900. We hit 1,900 this year, and we are working on that particular issue. We anticipate that the campus itself will be able to handle up to 3,000, but we are also looking at the potential of bringing in a magnet program into the community at some point. We're focused, as I said, on college and career readiness, and we have several academies already existing at the school. We have an engineering academy, we have a culinary arts academy, and we are now working on the core academic side of building a medical academy. So that might be an example of taking one of these academies and creating a magnet somewhere. Don't have the answer purely, but the answer is yeah, we're aware of that, and we're going to make something happen for that, yes.
Questions. One is, when will the improvements be completed at Dublin High? And my second question is on the east side with the elementary schools. I know they're impacted right now, or what I've heard with all the new build. When is the next school projected to open for the elementary on that side?
Okay, great. Both really good questions, and thank you for asking those. So Dublin High School has been under construction for the last 7 years. I've been here for 7 years, and we've been working on it for 7 years. And I don't know if you've had the opportunity to come onto the campus. We hope that you will. And we hope at some point maybe we could actually have this meeting on our campus. We'd love to have that in the library and take you on a tour so you see this, because it is a magnificent facility. It has been completely rebuilt. It's in the process of the final stages. Right now, the actual project that's underway is the Performing Arts and Education Center. And if you've driven down Village Parkway and seen that, it will be finished probably this spring, and there'll be a great big grand opening and all those kinds of things. It's going to be a wonderful facility, really great. This week, as a matter of fact, we held what's called a charrette. Have anybody been involved in a charrette before in here? It's where you gather a group of people, architects, teachers, leaders, support staff, parents, community members, and you talk about the vision for expanding or the vision for the next steps on the campus. We just did that this week, as a matter of fact, because there's more to be done. There is more kinds of things. We want to take our engineering academy, which, by the way, I just found out yesterday, we had some 70 students involved in the engineering academy last year. This year we have 190. 190. Some of the best kinds of, just an amazing program. A robotics team that's part of this that is actually getting international kinds of recognition. It's that strong. So the academy approach we're working on. The concept of building, as an example, an engineering lab or an engineering building to house these kinds of academies is what we're into right now. Along with replacing the current aquatics facility with a more competitive pool and those kinds of things, as well as some other issues for special education students and expansion of the school. Those are all part of the conversation. That's one. Number two, I think, was about the east. We are packed to the gills, you guys. Kolb Elementary School opened 2 years ago. This is now the third year of operation. Kolb Elementary School was built for 825 students. We added 6 portables to both Kolb Elementary and Green Elementary this year in the same area. Kolb Elementary School now has 966 students in it. Green Elementary School has 850. We had to take our developmental kindergarten program off of the elementary campus and reutilize a portion of Fallon Middle School, which at one point, remember, was a K-8 school. And there was a kindergarten portion there which we maintained just for this purpose, and we moved it over there instead. There's about 80 kids over there in a middle school setting that is separate for them. So we're really growing very rapidly. The next elementary school, Amador Elementary School, will be built to house 900 students. It is under construction today. It will be finished and open in the fall of 2015. So you've got 2 more years, this year and next, and then it will open in the fall of 2015. Right on the heels of that, our next elementary school that has not been named let me call it Elementary School 5, is already in the Jordan Ranch property. We've already have the site selected, that is already in process right now. That's the next one up. And we are also in conversations with the developers in the Camp Parks area for the Dublin crossings for another elementary school in that area. So there are 2 more, or actually 3 more elementary schools to come. On the way. Great question. Yes, sir.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this academy program?
Well, we believe that college and career readiness means that you help connect kids. Not only are they proficient and advanced in their core academic areas, but they have a connection to the kinds of things that matter to them. And so we are working with career technical education to create academies across the board in several areas. We have one, as I mentioned, in engineering. We have one in culinary arts. We have one coming, we actually have another one in biotechnology. We have one in video productions, and the medical academy is next. And the concept is for students to take their core academic subjects, A through G, but to have a bent or a lean in that direction. So if I'm taking a medical academy, I'm going to learn the core academic areas, but I'm also going to be immersed in medical kinds of terminology and medical kinds of opportunities and experiments and so on and so forth. That's where that is, and we think it's very, very successful. It's a very popular thing to do, and I think a very wise thing to do for kids. Okay. Other questions? Yes, sir.
Could you talk a little bit about the Central Dublin and West Dublin school facilities, please?
Could I talk about the Central Dublin and West Dublin schools?
Yes.
Sure. Well, Dublin High School is in Central Dublin. Middle school is Wells Middle School. Wells Middle School is also growing. It has 800 students. Their API continues to move up as well. We have a brand new building that's about ready to open at Wells Middle School, thanks to Measure C, the bond measure that was approved a number of years ago. It was all part of that project. It's about ready to open. It's a wonderful facility. I hope you'll drive by and take a look at it. We also have 3 elementary schools on that side. Fred Elementary School, we have Dublin Elementary School, and we have Murray Elementary. Fred Elementary School, really, really proud to say that they just went over 900 on their API. Dublin Elementary School has already been over 900, and Murray Elementary is on the way. So we've made some really significant improvements. And again, this focus on student learning is making a difference at every single one of our schools, and we're very proud of that fact. So they're on the way. They are also growing, by the way. They're getting larger all the time, too. Fred Elementary School has about 730 students. Dublin Elementary School has right on 700. And Murray still maintains as the one small elementary school that we have in the community. It has about 400. Okay? Thank you. What else can I tell you?
You're doing a fine job.
Well, I really enjoy talking with all of you, and I want to tell you that this district is on the move. And we will continue to improve, and we will continue to improve because we have the right people in the right places. We have a plan. It's called Vision 2020. It's our strategic plan, and the plan is working. It's making a difference for kids, and that's what we're all about. I really hope that we have an opportunity to maybe come together, maybe on Dublin High School. Maybe we can talk about that, to get a tour there.
Sure, we had a tour a couple of years ago, remember?
Yes.
That was an incredible tour.
We'd love that. And we would also, I hope you will invite us back again, and I'll do a better job of my calendaring, I promise. I'd love to have you have a chance to talk to a couple of our board members. We have an incredible school board, and they have kids in the system. They're just great community leaders, and I think they're really focused on the right things. I have a lot more that I could share, but we're probably out of time at this point.
And you know what? I think your passion and just your drive and your interest in the students shows through when you talk. There is it there, doesn't it?
that's one of the things that keeps driving that plan forward. So Dr. Hanke, we really appreciate your coming out, and we might take you up on that meeting space over there.
I sure hope so. Good luck to all of you. Did I just read that there was a report that came out of San Francisco about identifying East Bay communities and school districts in terms of your top 10, and we're in the top 10. I don't know if you saw that, but we're... So I feel very fortunate that we're part of a Tri-Valley that really sees things in a lot of the ways that we see things, that this does matter, that solid, good communities have great schools, and great schools also help communities great. We believe that. And so that's what we're about. I really thank you for your time today. I apologize again for being a little bit late. I hope you invite me back. I would really love to bring a couple of our trustees. I think you would love to hear from them. They're just wonderful people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Hanke. Welcome. All right.